Well, I would say because the games are so far away, we still have 10 years to go. The priority for now is making sure that we have the right plans in place, that all of the sports are in the best possible location, the venues, the contracts to be signed look like they will not be hard to negotiate, and so forth. Well, there is a legacy plan in place, and the organizing committee has presented that as a part of the bid for the games. But really, the legacy also will include the economic benefits of the games and the infrastructure improvements that will happen not just because of the games for the sports, but in the city in general. So, for example, there are improvements planned for the airport, for the metro subway system, and things of that kind. Those are going to happen anyway, but the 2028 deadline means that some of them may happen sooner than they would have otherwise, some of those improvements. Well, my feeling is that between the next games, Tokyo, Paris, Los Angeles, those are three very strong cities, three strong candidatures, and I think that the IOC will benefit from having the games in such iconic cities in the next 10 years. So I think that will lead to more successful bids. But I also have a comment about Los Angeles. Okay, in Los Angeles, we have a special situation because we're hosting the games for the third time. But unlike Athens, London, and Paris, which also will be three-time hosts, the interval between our games was such that the games have been passed down directly from one generation to the next. Okay, 1932 to 1984, 1984 to 2028. And so that interval means that the enthusiasm of people for the last games is able to be passed down to the next generation. So the children and grandchildren of the people who experienced the 1984 games are passing that enthusiasm to the 2028 generation. Going digital is part of it. I think 2028 will probably be the most digital games in history, and I think that'll be true of every succeeding games, and certainly that was something that did not exist in 1984. But also the new sports like BMX and skateboarding will also engage young people. Well, as the chair of our bid committee is fond of saying, 10 years ago, the iPhone had just been invented. So who can say what 10 years from now communication will look like? Is that true? Has the IOC said esports is a sport? I don't think so. I think that what they've done is maybe they've recognized it at some level, but it's not part of the Olympic Games yet. I'm not sure it will be part of the Olympics in Los Angeles in 2028. If it becomes part of the program, then I will address the question. Yes, I think it will be great games. I'm familiar with the plan for the games. I was in Beijing in 2008 for the Summer Olympics there, and obviously Beijing is totally capable of organizing great games.